Welcome to this session of Energy Conservation and Management. Myself, Anirban Sarkar, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department of JIS College of Engineering, Kolkata. We are discussing about Module 3, that is Total Energy Concept, CHP cycle and their applications. In today's session, we will discuss about cogeneration with gas turbine cycle. The learning outcome of this session is understand the performance and optimal design criteria for gas turbine cycles. So today's topic is cogeneration with gas turbine cycle. The gas turbine based cogeneration is relatively new entrant in our country, existing since last 20 years or so. The factors considered for choosing of gas turbine for different applications are reliability, quick start stop, less maintenance, quick maintenance time, availability of useful heat, direct heating or steam generation, and possibility of energy savings. Besides power generation, the gas turbines are used as prime movers for process equipments such as pumps and compressors. The continuous process plants is need of more energy in the form of heat, or specifically termed as steam, along with a need of energy in the form of electric power. So here heat power ratio generally less than 1. The gas turbine based cogeneration the gas turbine based cogeneration is an ideal solution to optimize the cogeneration system for energy savings, as the electrical efficiency of industrial heavy duty gas turbines generator is around 24 to 30% efficient. More heat energy would go to waste as exhaust flue gases from the gas turbine generator. Recovery of heat from the exhaust flue gases, if optimized, though technically feasible, means overall plant efficiency achieved would be more than 80%. However, gas turbine is not best choice for the plant having frequent process load fluctuation, as the heat rate of gas turbine increases substantially when it operated at less than 80% of its rated capacity. Ideal situation for this system is constant power as well as heat load to achieve the best performance. The gas turbine based cogeneration plant consists of gas turbine generator and waste heat recovery boiler of unfired, supplementary fired or fully fired type attached to it. It is also feasible to set up cogeneration system consisting of gas turbine generator and absorption chiller, in which waste heat is used to generate chilled water. The gas turbine is fired with conventional fuels such as natural gas, high-speed diesel, light diesel oil, naphtha, etc. Fuel like furnace oil can be fired in the gas turbine, but the performance would not be as per when it is fired with other fuel. Coal gas is being tried out as fuel adopting integrated gasification combined cycle technology, but its viability as fuel for normal operation of the gas turbine is yet to be established. The steam is generated in waste heat recovery boiler through recovery of waste heat available in the flue gas emanating from the gas turbine. The steam is utilized in the process or for running the steam turbine to generate power. The efficiency of industrial heavy-duty gas turbine is found in the range of 25 to 35% efficient depending on ratings of gas turbine. Thus, if it would not be possible to recover substantial amount of heat available in the exhaust flue gases, the cogeneration plant would not achieve optimum efficiency. Performance of gas turbines. Performance of gas turbine is expressed in terms of heat rate, which is the quantity of heat in kilojoule required to generate 1 kilowatt hour of electric power. The performance of gas turbine would greatly depend on the ambient air condition, fuel quality, cooling water supply, water injection, site altitude. Heat rate of gas turbine increases as the ambient temperature increases. At higher temperature, the air density would reduce, which would reduce mass of air entering into combustion. Due to reduction in overall mass of flue gases, the gas turbine output would also decrease. The curves are provided by the manufacturers indicating increasing heat rate while in ambient temperature. Similarly, at high altitude, heat rate of gas turbine increases due to consequent reduction in density of air at higher altitude. Quality of fuel and quality of air also adversely affect the performance of the gas turbine. When steam or water injection is done in the gas turbine to reduce NOx emission, the power output increases with consequent reduction in availability of waste heat from the exhaust flue gases. First of all, practice for optimal gas turbine performance. The performance evaluation of the new generation of gas turbine in cogeneration mode of operations is complex and presents problems which have to be addressed. The trend is being slowly established in the industries to improve maintenance strategies and optimize performance. This calls for total performance based planned maintenance philosophy of online condition monitoring and management of main plant equipment. Maintenance practice may be integrated with operational practice to ensure that the plants have the highest reliability with optimum efficiency. So first criteria for optimal gas turbine performance, that is at design stage. First of all, gas turbine of small capacity around 50 kilowatt to large capacity 500 megawatt are available. It would be better to avoid small capacity gas turbines as they work with least electrical efficiency. Unless it is possible to recover all the heat from the exhaust flue gases so that the plant could achieve optimal overall performance. Number two, thorough knowledge of fuel characteristic is intended to provide a background to fuel subsidy consideration. The gas turbine manufacturers may generally regard conformance to the fuel specification mandatory. But as many characteristics are relevant to each other, it is necessary for each fuel to be considered individually for whether or not it meets the specification requirement. Hence, the fuel specification may be provided to the manufacturer after checking number of samples. Number three, if fuel not meeting the specification requirement in many respects is fired in the gas turbine, certain limitations of performance may have to be observed. Hence, it is vital to sort out this issue at the design and pre-ordering stage so as to get optimal and consistent performance. Knowledge of surroundings, air quality, humidity, etc. is a must to as the take necessary action to avoid effects on performance. Next is at operating stage. The gas turbine operated in the mode would provide the optimum performance. First of all, best operational mode. Power or heat operated depending on the total power load of the industry. Number of gas turbines are arranged on one line so that one or more gas turbines can be operated according to demand of power. With such philosophy of operation, it is possible to run a gas turbine close to the rated capacity so as to achieve optimum heat rate. Such method of operation would avoid running of the gas turbine at less than 80% of its rated capacity, which otherwise would result into higher heat rate. Number two, control for gas turbine. Control of the gas turbine can be achieved through amount of fuel injected into the combustion chamber of the gas turbine. The governing system for the gas turbine should be very precise and extremely reliable. and hence it always be computerized. Number 3, monitoring for gas turbine. An online condition monitoring system shall be designed to provide extensive database to ensure that it can achieve some or all the following goals depending on complexity of system. High equipment availability, maintaining optimum efficiency level, and minimizing performance degradation of equipment, extending time between inspections and overhauls, estimating availability, etc. The system needs to be carefully tailored to individual plant and equipment requirement and be able to obtain real-time data. In this regard, following parameters are vital for online monitoring. Monitoring of accurate fuel flow, pressure and temperature. Monitoring of flue gas temperature at turbine inlet. Temperature spread around exhaust manifold at turbine outlet. Exhaust gas temperature is must in order to monitor the performance. General relationship between load and exhaust temperature should be observed and compared to data generated so far. High exhaust temperature can be an indicator of deteriorating of internal parts, gas leaks, etc. Monitoring of bearing vibration must be carried out using suitable microprocessor based instrumentations. If possible, with analytical backup, if gearbox is installed between turbine and generator, a separate monitoring of vibrations on gearbox is required. Monitoring of bearing temperature and analysis pressure and temperature of lube oil circulated in bearings is very important. Generally, lube oil is replaced after 8,000 hours of working. Monitoring of inlet air temperature is also important, as higher the ambient air temperature, lower would be the power output from the gas turbine or vice versa. At maintenance stage, generally the periodic preventive maintenance of gas turbine is carried out as follows. Washing of compressor, generally at an interval of 1 month or as specified by the manufacturer, is a must to maintain the output, as washing removes dust deposition on compressor blades occurred from the ambient air drawn. Axial flow compressor performance deterioration is major cause of loss in gas turbine output and efficiency. Typically, 75 to 80% performance loss due to contaminants deposition on blades working as fouling to reduce airflow through compressor and power output. The gas turbine manufacturer specifies the type of compressor cleaning agent to be used along with period of washing and cleaning. A specific discussion is also provided elsewhere for inlet air system management. through boroscopic inspection of turbine and compressor blade, hot gas path component, bearings, and overhauling may be restored to every 9,000 to 10,000 running hours, and annual through maintenance program may be decided accordingly. If fired with clean fuel natural gas, it may be necessary in industrial heavy duty turbines to replace the turbine blades after 25,000 running hours. That is, the life of heat resistance coating provided on the blades. Blade replacement intervals may be around 20,000 hours for gas turbine fired with liquid fuels, that is high speed diesel, kerosene oil, high etc. High ash bearing fuels like fuel oil reduces the blade life to just 10,000 running hours. Number 2, specific practices for optimizing gas turbine performance. Few specific practices discussed below are essential for the optimum gas turbine performance. Number 1, evaporative cooling of inlet ambient air. Higher ambient air temperature reduces the power output from the gas turbine. The mechanical work done by the gas turbine is proportional to the mass of flue gases entering the gas turbine, and mass depends on quality of ambient air supply to the combustion chamber through compressors. High temperature reduces the density of air, that is mass. Thus, at same compressor speed, less mass of air goes to combustion chamber when the ambient air temperature is high. This results into reduction of power output due to less mechanical work done by the gas turbine. In order to improve or maintain the performance, ambient air is passed through inlet cooling system to reduce the temperature, which makes it denser. This results into either generation of additional power or maintaining of output as near as possible to capacity. There are two basic systems currently available for inlet cooling. First, and perhaps the most widely accepted system, is the evaporative cooler. Evaporative coolers make uses of the evaporation of water to effect a reduction in inlet air temperature. Another system currently being studied is the inlet chillers. This system is basically a heat exchanger through which the cooling media, that is usually chilled water, flows and removes heat from the inlet air, thereby reducing the inlet temperature and increases gas turbine output. In addition to the obvious advantage of achieving extra power, the use of an evaporative cooler improves the environmental impact of machine. Increasing water vapor is the inlet air trends to lower the amount of oxide of nitrogen produced in the combustion process and therefore lowers the emission of the machine. Comparison of gas turbine inlet air cooling method are summarized below. That is, first of all, medium evaporative cooling. Evaporative cooling is provided through use of a fluted cellulose based media pads. These pads are located within the filter house air system and weighted from an acceptable site source. Heat from the air stream is given up to the water in the evaporative media. In this case, installation cost is $20 to $50 per kilowatt added. Operating main cost, that is low, and heat rate exchange is 1.5 to 3%. Power output 5 to 10%. Fogging. Inlet air stream is cooled through the direct infusion and evaporation of minute water particles into the air stream. Heat from the air stream is given up to the water droplets evaporation, thereby reducing inlet air temperature. The installation cost is slightly higher than the previous one, that is $45 to $70 per kilowatt added. Operating and maintenance cost also low. Heat rate, that is 1.5 to 2.5, it varies, and power output is to 5 to 10%. Mechanical chilling water cool. Inlet air stream cool is accompanied through the use of an electric package chiller system, that is water cooled cooling water source or lower in tower, in conjunction with the inlet air heat exchange coil. This installation cost is higher, that is $200 to $500 per kilowatt. Operating cost is high. Heat rate change, that is 1 to 2%, and power output increase up to 15%. Mechanical chilling air cooled. Inlet air cooling is accompanied through the use of an electric package chiller system. Air cooled, typically fin type cooler in conjunction with inlet air heat exchanger coil, that is chilled water or glycol. Installation cost is higher, $250 to $500 per kilowatt added. Operating and maintenance cost is high. Heat rate change is 1 to 2%, and power output increases up to 15%. Next is absorption chiller water cooled. Inlet air stream cooled is accompanied through the use of a lithium bromide absorption chiller system in conjunction with the inlet air heat exchange coil. So here installation cost is much higher, $300 to $700 per kilowatt added. Operation and maintenance cost is high. High heat rate changes, that is 1 to 2%. Power output increases up to 20%. In selecting inlet air cooling as a retrofit to an existing plant, the following points to watch. Check the generator capacity in order not to overload the generators. Quality of raw water for the evaporative cooler. When using an existing demineralized water treatment plant, be careful about the capacity. and quality of available demineralized water. With an existing heat recovery steam generator, inlet air cooling will change the behavior of existing heat recovery steam generator, leading to a drop in steam production at high pressure and increases in intermediate and low pressure steam. So with this, we are likely to conclude this session. The remaining part of the gas turbine operation and design stage we'll discuss in the next session. And these are the references. Thank you for joining this session.